Next up on the 2-a-day tour brings us to West Lafayette as we take a look at the Ridgewood Generals, brought to you by ClaxonSports.com. And Shannon, every time we stop down here, Coach Slusser, he's always got something to say, and you always want to catch him on the right day. And depending on that day, you never know what you might hear.
Well, with Coach Slusser, we could come down here and we could talk football, we could talk basketball, we could talk track season. He just likes to talk. He loves to coach, and he's done a great thing down here at Ridgewood for a long time, and I wouldn't expect anything less this season.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one thing. It's one of those programs. We talk about that all the time. Ridgewood, Indian Valley, Garaway. Those three are, when you talk about programs, those are the first three that come to everybody's mind. And one thing that they all have in common is they have long tenured coaches, and Coach Slusser is one of those. And he's hard on his kids, but he wants that perfection, and that sometimes is just what it takes.
Yeah, Coach Slusser, he's an old school coach, and I'm more interested to see what he's got to say about this turf, because for the longest time, Ridgewood had one of the nicest grass fields around, but I think over the years, the upkeep and stuff is kind of what pushed them towards the turf, and it's a beautiful turf, and they got the wood chips in like they had at Crew Stadium down there. It's a lot softer, it's a lot cooler to stand on, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Slusser's got to say.
Now joined by Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser. And Coach, 2025 season is underway here. You're in the midst of 2-a-days, and we're standing in the brand new facility here at the stadium with the new turf. Talk about the upgrade to the stadium.
You know what? It looks awesome. I'm kind of with you. Every day I come out and see it, and it looks incredible. Our community is excited to have it. Our kids, our coaches. Obviously, you walked around. It's pretty cool. I'm old. I still like grass. I still think football is meant to be played in mud and dirt and all that stuff. But I get it. I get the upkeep, and our practice facilities you can see out there, I will not miss being out on that. Our kids, when I told them they didn't have to go out there, they were very excited. It's hard. I mean, it's hard. You know how practice fields get.
I know when we talked briefly about this upgrade last year, that's what you said. That was kind of the deciding factor. It was the practice field.
Right.
You just had to move on from it because it was just not safe.
I'm just I still think the playoffs should be played on grass. They switched to all turf. I just have a vision of old school football. I like that. On Friday nights, I still think that's where you should be. I mean, now we're getting it. I don't know that we play. If Tusky Valley gets turf, which I think they're talking about it, am I right?
Yep.
I I don't think we'll play a game on grass anymore.
Which
who would have thought that 10 years ago or something like that, right?
Exactly. It's very strange to think, but you're right. I mean, Tusky Valley, they are going to have the turf field as well. So if your schedule will line up where you won't even see a blade of grass,
Right.
which
I mean, it's hard to believe, but Tusky Valley and us are two of the last schools in the league. Again, I know there's a few others, but I mean, we're definitely on the lower end of the percentage. Most of the other ones already have it. Listen, I just thought it was cool. I thought it was unique. As a head coach, I always worry about this. I think most people, when they think of our kids, you think of tough people, tough kids. I don't want to lose that toughness. And I know you don't because of it, but you know how coaches are. We're weird and we think things matter like that. I just like grass. But this is absolutely beautiful. The whole facility now is just top of the line, beautiful. Couldn't be more happier with it. And of course, our indoor thing is incredible.
well, now we'll get away from the field.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, the grass. Your thoughts on grass was that's kind of what I anticipated. So you hit that spot
Right.
on. So practice is underway. I know it's early, and there's positions you have to fill. Obviously, right from the get-go, Grant Lammers. We all know what he did last year.
Right.
So QB1, that's a position that you're looking to replace. And just talk about the kids that have kind of popped their heads out and said you could tell that they want to be those kids that want to move to the next level.
We have a pretty small senior class. I say that, but I guess it's not really. We usually average anywhere between 10 or 12 seniors at our school. You get those few classes that are 17 or 20, and we don't get them very often, but every once in a while. So this class really isn't as far from the norm as I'm making it sound like. But we have 9 seniors. they've been a really good group. That's very close knit group. They're all pretty good kids. You enjoy being around them. Most of them have grown up together. Um, they're just really good kids. They're good kids to be around. We're excited for it. We have a big junior class. I think we have 20 juniors, and it's kind of meshing together as we go. We lost a pretty good senior class last year. Um, we lost a lot of our guys up front, which is always a challenge to replace that. We've been really lucky at Ridgewood. We usually replace guys up front with other seniors that have waited their turn. This year we don't have it as much, so we're having to go a little bit younger. We found that a little more trying than we thought we might, but eventually we're getting there. Our skill positions, we have a lot of depth, a lot of people loaded up at those spots. I mean, I don't ever remember us having 4 running backs, the ability we have right now, but I don't know if having 4 running backs is a great advantage. I mean, you can only play like 2 at a time.
There's
right?
only one ball on the
right,
field, right?
Right. So, we talk about moving some of them. I don't know. We'll see where it all goes. Quarterback spot, like you said, Jace is going to take over. Jace, I think he's one of the better athletes in the whole entire area. It'll be new for him, so he'll be learning a little bit on the fly. If you remember right, he played 2 years ago with Grant a lot when they were both coming through. So he's had his turn to play it. I think Jace a really good athlete. He's a great kid, good family. We're excited to have him. We feel lucky to have him.
Well, and obviously last year the team, made a little bit of a playoff run. Talk about, being a younger team last year as well. Talk about what those extra games did to kind of catapult these guys to get even more prepared for this season.
When you say younger, we're the same age as everybody else, 9 through 12. You know that, right? Everybody's the same grade. We're the same age group as all the teams that play.
That's true. That's true.
No,
I should have worded it as upperclassmen.
Right. Yeah. We don't ever like to use the word younger because it makes like an excuse. I think it's already a built-in excuse, right? If we're playing you, there's a standard. I hate to sound like a Pittsburgh coach, but the standard is a standard, right? So it is what it is. If we play you, I don't care what grade you're in. This is what we expect out of you. That shouldn't change. That should not change. And if it does, that's on the coach. If I'm playing a kid that's younger and doesn't know, then that's on me, right?
Makes sense.
Should have found someone older, more experienced, right?
More experience.
It is what it is. The standard's a standard for us. It's obvious I have that on right now, the standard, right? But anyhow,
yeah, yes.
But we are excited with the kids we have coming back. We do have a lot at some positions, but we're also replacing some at other positions. Listen, we're lucky we have a lot of good skill people, but you got to remember this. Grant accounted for some crazy number, like 3,100 yards or something like that. As much as you can say we got guys, I don't know if you can replace that. We'll see.
Yeah.
We like our other guys. You lose someone like Sparger, who is just an incredible leader. What we're missing, too, we lost Carter Kelly. We lost Cohen Parsons. We lost Paul Wheeler. Those guys matter. And I hate when I name names because now I'm in this boat.
Yeah.
But listen, I think maybe the most key guy, even more so than Grant, is we lost Logan Sesser, who I've said for 2 years I thought he was the best lineman in the area, and I don't think he did anything to change my mind last year with that. The kid was incredible.
Yes.
Losing him's a big deal. So without sounding any different than the other good programs sound, we always replace kids.
Yes.
And that's our job as coach. I can go back over the years and tell you how many good kids we've lost. That comes with the territory. We'll find new ones, and that's our job as coaches, to find new ones, and new kids step up, and we've got kids waiting to do that. So the standard is, I sound like Mike Tomlin today. I don't know why I'm saying that, but the standard is a standard, and we want to be able to keep Ridgewood going the way it's been going.
Well, Coach, we, as always, look forward to covering you for another season, and we appreciate what you do with Big Z Sports and being able to talk to you, and you welcome us in. And thank you for your time, and enjoy this great facility.
I appreciate all you guys do. People out there probably, when they watch us, won't know, but I really kind of messed you guys up this week, and I appreciate you working with me. I called you a day before and told you I moved practice to a different time, and you guys were flexible. You always are. You guys are good people. I miss Joe being here. I always seems like I always talk to him, and I have such a good relationship with him. Even though last year I said something mean to him, I watched it on tape. I'm sorry, Joe. If you're out there watching, I'm sorry. Um, but you guys are great to me, all you guys, and you're great to the Ridgewood program. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Well, Shannon, Coach Slusser animated as normal. He obviously, you mentioned it at the first part of this. Curious what Coach Slusser would have to say about the field, and I think it's exactly what we thought. He's a grass guy, but he knew it was time. They needed an upgrade down here at Ridgewood High School.
Yeah, a lot of those old school coaches that they're all for that playing on grass. The grass comes into effect when the elements come into effect, and by going to the turf, it kind of takes the elements out of the game, other than just getting cold. And but he's excited for the beginning on the turf, and I think he's really excited about this team that he's got. You don't have a very big senior class, but he's got a lot of juniors and a sophomore class, and he's looking forward to this season.
And one thing we did learn, every school's the same. Age isn't a thing. It's grades 9 through 12. So, that's one of those things that, again, you've been at it for so long. It's just the next one filling that role, because you know that the developmental grades at Ridgewood High School, he knows that they're going to have them prepared, and when it's their time to be called on, they expect nothing but the best.
Well, the thing I took from that is every year the kids he coaches stays the same age, he gets older. So
wow.
So time isn't slowing down for the coaches, but the players all stay the same age.
I like it. Well, stay tuned to Big Z Sports on Facebook and our YouTube channel as we will continue hitting our two-a-days, and we'll see you at our next stop.